Good afternoon or good morning. So today we're going to finish off the chapter and we're going to do sum it up as well as the other pages. If you look, you can see when you're done, use the answer key to check and revise your work. So for the first one in mushroom, we are going to answer that one only. I'm not doing it all for you. So just to let you know. So for mushroom, its kingdom would be fungi, F-U-N-G-I. You're going to have to figure out what the kingdom is for moss, cyanobacteria, the sea star, eugenia, and sulfobulbs. These are the things that you need to write the kingdoms for. In the next one, we have our brain check. You're going to have to write and unscramble the words that you have. I will only do number one, just to help you. The three broadest groups used for classification, that would be domains. Okay, you can see that as you see it says nomads, you would change it to domains. Apply concepts. Explain how and why scientists classify organisms. This is very simple and I've gone over it several times. What I would like you to do is I would like you to think about it for a minute and explain why a scientist would have to classify a mushroom instead of a giraffe. What's the difference? What is the difference between a mushroom and a giraffe? Okay, draw an organism, number 2, that would be classified as an animal. That's very simple. I know some of you ladies are going to draw cats. Some of you guys are going to draw zombies. Zombies do not count as animals. Do not draw zombies. No zombies. Circle the organism that would be classified as a plant. All right, here we have a ladybug, a flower, a mushroom, and an amoeba. You must circle the one that is a plant. Okay. Number 5, explain why you choose the organism you circled. What characteristics would cause it to be classified this way? So what it's asking you to do is to, the choice that you have made, give a reason why you made this choice. Share what you have learned about classifications with your family. Take a walk with an adult and name the kingdom of the organisms you see outside. No, don't do that. Because you're not supposed to go outside. There's a curfew. We want you to be safe. Although we're doing this, coronavirus is there. So what you could do is you could point to your pet, or you could point to, some animal that you see on TV, and you could just do that. Alrighty. So what is a dichotomous key? It is a key that basically does charting. Set a purpose. What will you learn from this investigation? Think about the procedure. You don't have to use beans. That's in the picture above. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to get your parents or your brother to help you, and you guys pick something totally different. You could pick coins versus paper money. You could pick fruit versus candy, something like that. Something to make it easy and fun. Record your data. In the space provided, make your dichotomous key using the, instead of bean characteristics, whatever characteristics you guys have, okay? Especially if it's money. If it's money, you can put down it's money. And then from there, one is paper, one is metal, so on and so on. All right. Okay, we're going to draw conclusions. Scientists classify and organize living things based on how they are similar to different from one another. Why is it important for scientists to use the same characteristics to classify living things? Number 2, scientists must be very specific when describing living things. Why might scientists want to avoid using terms such as small, big, heavy, and light when classifying living things? For instance, 2 boys are heavy and they're big. That's not really describing them. You should know how to use better adjectives. Analyze and extend. Now, this is what we just talked about in the previous slide. Instead of using a classmate, you're going to have your parents help you. Which characteristics did you use to classify whatever it is you were using? Which characteristics did your partner use? Compare charts with your partner. Was one chart easier to use than the other charts? How am I grouping and classifying things rather than just describing them made it easier for others to identify the things? How is the dichotomous key you made to different with the things that you used from the other dichotomous keys that scientists use to classify organisms? What other questions would you like to ask about how scientists use dichotomous keys? Now, I know that this might be a bit of a problem for you guys, but it is necessary for you to do it. We are, stuck at home. We are stuck doing these things, and we have plenty of time. So let's try and make sure that we're ready for both our midterm and our final. And yes, you will have those. So I suggest you start thinking about that. Don't just enjoy videos and playing PlayStation and everything else. Really try and work on what it is you're trying to get accomplished done. Because remember, this time is pretty precious right now. You might not be able to catch up to what you need to do, and it would be a shame for you to be behind. Or you might be able to get up on ahead. So this is very important. Anyway, this is Mr. Tony, and I would like you to stay safe, and thank you.